4.
I said 4, and I recorded, and now this is in the recording. Welcome, listeners, to the 42nd episode of the Full Send Rejects. We have another great episode today. Rose talks some Christmas folklore. Billy takes a dive into a 20th century serial killer that was executed here in Pennsylvania. And I will be looking into a Boston Museum heist that, to this day remains unsolved. However, before we get into our topics, I think it's appropriate to do some special shout-outs for what happened to this podcast over last month, as since the end of October, we've had our most successful month since we launched in April. About 20-25% of our listens came in the past month, so thank you all for listening. Okay, just me. First,
I didn't know I was supposed to cheer.
I didn't know. I thought you were just going to go on to the next one. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Well, you know how I put breaks?
I was taking a hit.
Fair enough. Okay, so first we had our Halloween special that became one of our most popular episodes, which is an idea that came from Rose. So cheers to you.
Here, here.
Yeah, good job. That went well.
Yeah, went better than expected. We got some feedback on that episode. That as we're a little more entertaining, where we just go off the script and let our personality shine. So that's going to give us some ideas on expanding and trying new things. I know we're about to give an 11-year-old a microphone. I'm sure that's going to go great.
I can't wait.
I know.
No, wait. No one told me of this idea.
I told you about this.
When? Don't gaslight me.
Like 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah, you did. My bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to gaslight you.
Yeah. Should be gaslighting. Get your oven fixed back today, and now you're gaslighting. Speaks the devil, and he shall arrive. I'll go into the kitchen. Okay. I know we also talked about doing some ticky talks about drinks and whatnot.
Yeah. It'd be nice to kind of expand and give our listeners like a face to look at. They're like, oh, okay.
They'll want to learn about weed.
Yeah, we'll do drinks, and Billy can do the bug corner.
The bud corner. He's allowed to do it.
Bud buddies.
Yes. Bud buddies.
Yo, I will 100% do that.
Talk about each strand, your favorite strand, and I mean all of
on this episode of Bud Buddies.
All of our smoke friendly listeners.
What we have today.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It's banana tree, or no, sled dog today, by the way.
Sled dog? What the fuck is sled dog?
A strain.
Oh, no shit.
A stray.
Can't stand you guys. Where can we drink go?
It's a stray strand.
I think we drink into the bathroom and leave it there.
Possibly, but our child is in the bathroom, so you have to wait.
Yeah, whatever. I guess I can go dry. Oh, look, wine.
Yeah, it's my wine.
I am drinking a small
track. Now what's yours is mine.
Okay.
Yeah, so. But we'll be expanding, looking at different ideas. I guess those are some of them. We did get told here that Billy here, getting a little high off his dabs and hitting him midway through the episode is a little entertaining. So good on you, bud. Way to fuck.
I'll keep up the good work.
Make us proud.
Yeah, I got feedback saying that people find it hilarious when you get lost midway through the.
Where am I?
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, I just hit that dab way too hard, bro.
After not talking for half a second, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm reading.
Well, that's a thing. Yeah. But also, congrats to you to finally defeat me in fantasy football.
Good on you, bro. Good on you.
Yeah, I finally did something good this season.
Yeah, you got Justin Tucker for me. That's the key.
Yeah, see? It all turned around once you traded me Justin Tucker.
However, I did see two things about Justin Tucker. One, he's the most accurate kicker. And two, he's not even the best kicker beyond a certain range. You gloat how much about his 67-yard field goals. Jake Elliott.
Yeah, the Ravens need to trade him. He's past his prime.
Send him to the CFL. But
go play for the Alouettes. Since
you beat me in the fantasy football, I owe you some booze. So what would you like?
Oh, hurt me, daddy.
Oh, what?
It said hurt me, daddy.
Oh, you don't want that. Billy, you don't want that.
Oh, he wants a little blood?
Oh, no. I can't do him like that.
Oh, that will hurt.
I will take a 15er of Miller Lite.
Okay, there we go. Because thank you for giving me a specific response. Because it wasn't going to be a good time for you.
I mean, you could have gotten either Vlad or Black Velvet. And
Oh no, hurt me daddy means Vlad.
I knew that's what it meant. I was just trying
Vladdy daddy.
Vladdy Daddy.
If you want some Vlad, I'll give you some Vlad.
That's a cheap date. That's also a lot of trauma.
What are they running now? Like $7?
Oh yeah, they're like $7.99, maybe $6.99.
Yeah, that's for the good bottle.
That's for the big bottle.
But we can do that tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Not gonna be here tomorrow, Saturday, because we'll be getting back together. That's why I want to part this. Because we'll be celebrating on his second birthday. The booze will be after her birthday party.
Kind of skipped
Sure,
a
well.
couple. Yeah.
That's why I decided to put it down later, because I was going to put it here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We have a 2-year-old.
Yeah, she's going to be 2 on Saturday. Well, Sunday she'll actually be 2, but her birthday party is this Saturday.
Cole's like, why didn't we get matching shirts? I'm like, did you honestly think the rest of us are going to wear Coco Melon shirts throughout the year?
I would have ripped Coco Melon.
You would have going to wear
100%. Kodak would have given me his.
Here is JJ.
It would have been like 2 sizes too big, but
it's so baffling to see. I'm so like in awe of her. She's starting to do I posted on Facebook the baby shark, how she does the dance, and now she's starting to go baby shark, yay!
oh, Liz is gonna love that.
And today I learned that she can from watching Coco Melon, she's learned to blow her own nose. She gave her a wipey today to wipe her face, and she was blowing her nose. And I'm like, oh, it took me. Cole was at least 3 or 4 before I got him to fully understand that you have to blow out, not suck it in.
Yo, I was like 8.
Yeah, it's one of those things where just like, I don't understand the concept here. But
Listen, let's talk about her 2 biggest accomplishments. She can say TJ and she can say Muth.
Anytime that the Steelers are on, she automatically, anytime Anthony screams at the TV, she automatically just takes one of her hands and just goes, yay! Woo! And starts and goes, woo woo!
I'm also trying to figure out if she gets frightened by me yelling or gets frightened for me, because she gets this shock look on her face and runs towards me and sits with me.
I think she realizes that you're angry at something else and wants to comfort you.
Well, it's not just I'm angry. It's when I go play and I get a little excited.
Well, yeah, and then she wants to be hype with you. I'm no baby psychologist. I'm just saying.
I fully believe that.
She's also there's a couple other words that she started saying. Like she loves. I know you've seen it before. She'll go over to the shoe rack and she'll start putting on random people's shoes. But now she goes shoosh, and she'll put them. She'll give you her shoes, and she goes shoes.
Dude, I saw her last week. How she get fucking this smart that quick?
I don't know. She's too damn smart.
Her development is just insane. The way she does things, I don't understand. I'll tell you what, I'm hoping potty training with her gets easy. It's not something that gets done a Band-Aid gets peeled off. I take her now, and her favorite part is flushing the training potty and going, yay! She really doesn't like sitting on it yet. But she got the flushing part down.
She'll walk me into the bathroom. I'll put her on. She freaks out. It's like, no, you're sitting here now. I just took off your diaper. We're not wasting this. Let's go.
That, and she likes washing her hands. She likes playing in the water. So washing her hands and flushing. So those are 2 important skills.
She has those concepts down.
There's a lot of people in this world who don't wash their hands or flush the toilet.
Bathroom etiquette is not great.
No, it's not.
So it's getting there, but I'm excited to see what 2 brings for us.
She also do this thing where when we get home, she likes to take my hand, walk me to the couch, give me the remote so she can watch cartoons. And then if I walk away, she'll cry, come find me and bring me back.
Oh, it's the same thing I did when we lived together.
Yeah, basically. Come watch wrestle with me, damn it.
Jeopardy's about to come on. Come watch it with me. She's I like the fact that she's kind of like she's widening her TV shows. It's not just Coco Melon all the time.
Oh,
She
thank God.
she watches other kids shows.
Well,
She likes football. She knows when football's on.
it's hard not to in this house.
Yeah, because sports are always on. She big thing. Cole was huge on Jake and the Neverland Pirates, and I don't know what started it, but
Or catch underneath this
I
tree.
put it on one day, and he's obsessed with this show. So it's like I've been doing so many different things with her hair, and honestly, my secret is putting on this show because she sits there, and when they say "Hey, hey, no way," or "Hey ho, let's go," she goes "Woo woo."
Hey, I don't like your
Is
girlfriend.
it the Ramones? Do you put the Ramones on?
It's like some like Disney like spin-off of Peter Pan.
Oh,
And these little cartoon characters, they talk about Peter Pan. Captain Hook's in it. It's like a little like a Disney cartoon show. It's like maybe 20 minutes long each episode.
there's a lot of dead kids.
She also likes to grab the controller to the consoles, hand them to me, and then sit in my lap as I play.
And she's a Viking in training.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I thoroughly enjoy because that means somebody can't tell me to go do something else.
No, VDS.
Yeah. I feel like, oh, you want to sit down and play video games? Oh, what a shame.
The office is the Nicole's office has all the video cameras. Like she has TVs in her office full of all the video cameras throughout the building. And she loves to go because it's a Vizio, so she knows the Vizio remote. She goes to Nicole's desk, grabs the remote, turns on the kids' Netflix, and she has like this little like makeshift like a couch that's in Nicole's office, and she turns it on and she sits there, and Nicole will like come in the morning and she gives her a hug and kiss, and then after she's done giving her love, she goes, yeah, I do. You do like you want to turn on my show for me, and I'll stay here and I'll be nice to you. And it's just she's insane. She's the most angelic little demon I've ever met in my whole entire life.
Such an asshole.
No, but she's such a sweetheart. I love her so much. When I went to Bakery Delight and I got the kids those Christmas cookies, some guy walked up to me and was like, "Oh wow, she's your twin."
Yeah, well, when I take her to breakfast on Fridays, a bunch of old ladies come up to me and say and talk about her.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she's so beautiful.
Better watch out.
Yeah.
Those gills are coming.
Listen, if they bake us all cookies, go ahead. If they're
No, you.
$5 each.
Yeah, moving on.
Old ladies coming from church making us cookies. I'm in.
Oh, speaking of, would you like some oatmeal and some white macadamia cookies this weekend?
Oh my fuck yeah!
Okay, I'll make some.
Like wait, oatmeal raisin?
Ooh, oatmeal raisin sounds delicious.
I don't know. Maybe.
That's my favorite cookie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like a nice oatmeal raisin cookie.
I make
Yo.
so
Internet give me hate for that.
I make really, really, really good oatmeal raisin cookies from scratch. I will have to make those for you on a weekend that's not my daughter's birthday. However, Cole got a bunch of cookies from his fundraiser, and there's oatmeal and there's white chip macadamia, which I figured would be a good sweet snack in between everything else that we're making. Because
Yo, I'm gonna fuck up those oatmeal cookies. Just telling you.
okay, well, you go ahead and do that, and make sure you fuck up the lasagna, Mister. I gotta make lasagna and not Big ZD. You and
I'm
Nicole.
sorry for the lasagna.
So yeah, can't wait. We went on a full banter just about her daughter.
Yeah, it happens.
She's something to brag about, though.
It is called banter.
Yeah,
And it is why we do this.
man. I can go on about her all day though. So
Oh, we actually took up less time than I thought so far. I thought it'd be like 25 minutes, right? 15. Good for us.
yay, good for us.
Oh shit.
And you see how we get off topic.
Oh, Von Miller is out of prison. Just saying.
Oh, he'll go back. He'll go back.
Well, yeah, he was released on bond.
For anyone who's a little confused by that, we saw before we started recording that Von Miller, He plays for Buffalo, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, arrested. Well, he turned himself in after assaulting a pregnant girl. And he was seeing her for 7 years. She was pregnant for six weeks. Yeah, not good.
Not even
Wasn't it in like Dallas?
I think he was in Dallas at one. Oh no, yeah, they were in Dallas. That's when it happened. They have an apartment.
Yeah, I vaguely remembered seeing something about Dallas.
Yeah, they had an apartment in Dallas, and they're arguing over where he was or upcoming traveling plans, probably something related to football, I guess. And they kind of just it escalated. He started throwing things, and then she's like, "I'm gonna leave." He's like, "The bitch, you ain't going anywhere."
But I'm pregnant, and it beats me.
Inside joke.
Inside joke with CJ.
No one know if he actually listens to us.
Yeah. There was when I was pregnant with Alina, I was doing interviews, and CJ he came to the office while I was doing this interview with this lady, and he did a voiceover. I'm not sure if you've seen it. He posted on Facebook. He every year he posted just to repost it again. And he did a voiceover, and he's like, "I need this job. You gotta give me this job. My husband told me I need to get this job. He hates me, Rose. He hates me." It's just so funny because it's not anything what the interview was about. She was just talking about how she's a school teacher. She taught music for a bunch of years, and she really doesn't need to work, but she just wants to. Well, she was so like cocky. It was just I'm glad CJ made fun of her because it was just a terrible interview.
Oh, that might be the one that gets us canceled.
You said worse.
Oh, I doubt someone, the person that's listening is listening that was in that interview. She was an older lady.
Me, hey Billy, we have listened to Japan now. Here comes the Pearl Harbor jokes. Well, they're not going out. Probably someone that's an American force. Here comes the A-bomb jokes.
We haven't said them yet.
But wait.
But before we do get canceled, shout out some more people. I know you're about to correct me on the name again, but as we did our Shar Mountain series, we had Shanna. I can't say that. Shanna.
Banana.
Shanna.
Banana. B5.
Shanna Banana and her co-host PJ for coming on and talking about the history of the mountain before we did our interviews, which I'll talk about in a minute or two here. And I like to give a shout out to their podcast. They're from the Well House Exorcism. And if you like our Tales of the Spooky, which Billy primarily does here, you will definitely enjoy their episodes, as that's their main focus. They recently took a look at the Winchester House out in California, including having a guest on themselves who visited there and knows quite about the property. Winchester being, the rifle company, and then this mansion was haunted as fuck. So very entertaining. If you also enjoy board games, they also have a podcast called Games Overboard, which they do with a few others, where they review different board games, which includes a recent episode where they do a shopping guide of recommendations for this holiday season. It's pretty interesting, so I would suggest checking it out.
Give them a like and a follow.
Smash that subscribe button.
Oh, God. Okay. I didn't want to edit that much anymore, but I'm part out. I'm so fucking cringy. I was watching a video today. I forget what video it was, and they didn't even wait till the end of it. It was like somewhere in the middle, like, and smashed that like button. I'm like, like this.
So, out of all the things that you should cut out of our episodes, that's what you're wanting to cut out?
It's so cringy.
A lot of things we say are cringy.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Well, then call me Captain Cringe.
All righty, Captain Cringe.
Yeah, I will totally stick to
that. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to get you a cape that says CC.
Captain Cringe.
Captain Cringe.
Maybe I'll dress up as Captain Cold in the Flash. I'll also be Captain Cringe. My little free comment.
Just make it all green.
I'm going to get Liz to embroider on the bottom. Smash that like and subscribe. And then I'm going to permanently crease the cape.
Oh, like that.
It's a good idea.
You have an idea?
No, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
No. You know what? Screw it.
You know when is
If enough people smash that like button, I'll do it.
so you know
There
how,
you go.
Billy, you know how we were talking about this year's birthday party for Anthony about going as your best Anthony impression or your
Do
best
not come as
version?
Captain Cringe.
If you,
Oh my god.
I regret saying that now.
someone needs to come as Captain Cringe.
Call it.
If
Anyone listening, yo, I got dibs.
well, I think you're the easiest person to do it because you have your wife who can literally sew anything into a makeshift cape. She could probably put like a piece of what is that? Velcro and just an oversized bib and flip it backwards. Captain Cringe.
Yo.
An old bed sheet or something.
I don't know why that just made me remember it, but we're over 500 listens now.
That's so awesome.
I have so much time to plan this.
Captain Cringe wants you to smash that like and subscribe button.
This is why I drink.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
Hashtag podcast.
Oh,
And just get the full
God.
send reject logo just kind of like stitched into it.
Yeah, I thought I'd get the logo as a decal in my car.
Me too.
Because it's like a darker color car. I think the red will pop out and whatnot.
We have access to a cricket.
Yeah, I was thinking about today. There are my multiple hours at work where I just look at things. Expecting jobs are fun. Your mind. Yesterday, my mind went to how can I get mice to be like gladiators and enter combat with each other.
Oh, your mind went other places.
Yeah, I went a few different places. Some of them sexual.
Most definitely. I got some interesting texts yesterday.
I don't know. My mind wanders at work, but I can't remember anything good that I think of.
It comes and goes.
Yeah.
She's like, what made you think of this? I'm like, I don't know. My mind is going everywhere. An hour ago, I was thinking about how like, dressing mice up and have them fight like gladiators. Like, yeah, like if I can insert a rat, like a big meaty rat like New York City, how many like mice will I need to take it out?
Just get a giant rat and put it against a cat.
Just feed us some testosterone.
Like a
and
New York
just-
City rat with like, I don't know, a Chicago cat. Just see what happens.
That's where you're
Yeah.
A Chicago cat? All right, shit.
I don't know. CC. We'll keep up the fame here.
The
I'm
rat
over,
doesn't stand a chance.
I'm over here thinking, who the fuck else do I need to buy a Christmas gift for? And you're like, oh, I wonder if I dress up mice as gladiators. I wonder if they'll fight to the death.
That's
Yeah.
the winning present.
I'm gonna be like, why is this so big? I'm gonna open up this fucking mice fighting each other.
It's just a shoebox full of mice and little cardboard like shields and swords. And like that'd be fucking hilarious.
Why is this squeaking so much?
People listen to
One of the contestants got away. Oh jeez. What is wrong with us? I'm over here like, oh, let me remodel every part of our house. Little bits of a time.
Yeah, and now I'm thinking like, what if we give the mice LSD?
Oh jeez. Speaking of when you come here Saturday, we're gonna have a new toilet paper roll.
Dun 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 dun.
Respect.
Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to adapt.
It's literally Darth Vader holding his lightsaber, and that's what's holding the toilet paper. It's a 3D Lego print Darth Vader. It's step one into remodeling our Star Wars bathroom.
Well, now I'm going to be intimidated to poop.
It'll be a Darth duty.
Way to take my joke. So funny.
It'd be a brainstorming trooper. The Force will be with him.
Where's that Gatorade bottle at?
Or me, Daddy.
Flush, you must flush.
Flush you must.
Yoda.
Be one with the hand washing. Okay, anyways.
You done?
For now.
Okay.
And scene.
And scene. But one more shout out before we get to our main topics today are our 4 recent guests who came on last week and talked about some loved ones that have disappeared. Got us all emotional here. Billy wants me to take him to therapy now, so that's a thing.
Yeah. Pay up.
By the way, you know the government doesn't pay for my therapy, right? I just realized that you said that.
I'll put you on my insurance, Billy. You can come with me.
Thank you, Rose.
You're welcome.
Oh, well, that solves it. Okay.
At least your wife loves my mental health.
I'll buy you 2 bottles of Laddie Daddy.
Oh.
You guys are playing this week, so if he beats you,
And a bottle of wine. We'll have some tarot talk.
Yeah. If I inevitably beat you, I will also take Vladdy.
Okay.
okay, there we go. But everyone who took a listen to that episode, we thank you. If you didn't, I would highly recommend it so we can kind of spread the word of their stories and try to bring a resolution to what happened to these group of people. And if you have a story that you would like to raise awareness of your own, feel free to reach out to us, and we can help you bring your story to the light of day.
Yeah, these women were very passionate. They were powerful. They were courageous, and it touched us to where it still is affecting us to today. It's not so much it's the presence and it's the wholesomeness of these are their loved ones, and I would hate for that to be any of us in that situation. And we've been sharing it all over the socials, and anybody who listens, please all it takes is a few seconds to share their information.
Yeah, the information about the police contacts, if you have any leads or have any
Pictures.
ideas, anything that could help with the case, there's information in there that you can use to get that help out.
One person can know the right information. All it takes is one person.
Yeah, you never know what little bit of information can help.
Leave no rock unturned.
Can we be a guest podcast? Is that what we can do?
Yeah, what kind of podcast?
A guest podcast? Is that a thing we could have?
We could bring on guests.
All right. Those seem fun.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I might blow my brains out, but hey, well.
well, that's why I said if anyone has any more story or anything like that they'd like to come on and talk about, they're more than welcome to.
There is other things in the works. It's connected to this, but it goes much deeper that we are working on.
Wait, what are we working on?
Yeah, no one tells me things.
The 2 mothers that
Oh yeah, we're trying to figure out a schedule for that. Yeah, we are. There's unfortunately 2 teenage boys who were found murdered in was it New Philadelphia?
Yep.
A few months ago, and talking to one of the mothers now about possibly taking her story and about trying to figure out time where that works.
Oh, Rose, when do you think you can get me on that insurance?
it's unfortunate, but it's
It's an important thing to talk about.
It's very important to talk about, although it is something that it's hard to hear, but it helps. Whatever helps, it's if you were in a situation, you would want somebody to help you. So all it takes.
Oh, for sure. It's going to be a very emotional episode.
Yeah.
So very much so. We all have loved ones that we would never ever think about anything happen to. So we're human.
That's where I text her, see, because I haven't heard from her in a couple of days.
We are all human. We all have emotions, unless you're a cold-blooded psychopath who has no remorse for any human life.
No one likes a sociopath.
But it's just one of those things that you just can't help but to have your heartstrings pulled hearing these stories, and you get to know these people, you get to understand, and now these people are a part of you. They're attached to you. So people who were missing, you had no idea about, now are in the back of your mind, subconsciously, and you're like, wow, we need to find these people, or wow, my heart goes out to this person just randomly. They're a part of you
Yeah.
now.
I have been keeping my eyes open more, to be honest.
It really, I've been doing a lot more research and trying to find common.
Yeah, I was looking at a map the other day, and I saw something interesting where the last guy that we talked about, why am I blanking on their names now? Something Farber. Was it Jesse?
Jesse,
Yeah, Jesse Farber, where he
I
went
just can't
missing,
remember which order we went in.
went missing in Tamaqua, and the second guy we talked about was Zach.
Zach,
He went missing in the end of Pottsville, and in between is where these two teens were murdered. And they're all on these mountains, and there's all these different old coal strips and whatnot. Because I was listening to the recent episode of Well House. Was it Well? Oh no, it was Games Overboard. PJ was talking about how he remembers this one guy from Pottsville was arrested for, I think he shot his girlfriend or something, or killed her, and was heard saying like he was going to throw her into a mine shaft because nobody will ever find her. And it was like, what are the odds someone else would do that?
I mean, with all the attention that, that Sharp Mountain is getting, I know there's so many mine shafts. There's so many dangerous parts out there, but there needs to be more attention brought to it, to where people start doing things. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks because it's not like, Pottsville is one of the biggest parts of Schuylkill County, but the biggest cities, but they don't have the resources like they do in our town.
However, as I'm looking for, as I said before, about not forgetting where to put Alim's little thing here. We did say on topic because at the end of it, I put ramble on her because I figured there's not going to be a script needed for this. This is going to go take its own little course.
We literally went
Yeah.
this way with it, and I could still go on and on. It's hard. It's not hard. Oh, speaking of Billy, I have to show, when you come over, I have to show you what I bought her. It's more of a birthday present than a Christmas present, I would have to say. But she's one of those people like you that your birthday is just like one of those things where everything's blended in together.
Yeah, it sure the fuck is. I hate presents.
We just bought her a brand new bed set because she's at that point to where she is, she's a kangaroo. She likes to jump in her bed. She likes to jump. And she's learning her own strength. So she's at that point to where she needs a big girl bed. And it looks like a house. It is absolutely adorable. It's a twin size. It's low to the ground, and it has like a little walkway through it, and it has like little railings so she doesn't like fall out of bed. But it looks like a little makeshift house that she can have for the next 5-6 years until she grows out of.
Yo, that's dope.
It's so cool. I'm gonna get little lights around it so she has like little twinkly lights, and
Well, I hope she doesn't listen because she'll know now.
I hope she doesn't understand because I've been talking about it this whole entire time in front of her.
Great, she fucking knows.
I'm sitting there measuring her room to make sure it fits.
Bed,
House.
House, bed.
Oh, but that's
what?
Between a mattress and the bed, it was a good chunk of money. It was a good time. She's worth it though.
Yeah, she'll enjoy it.
Now we just got to figure out how to rearrange her room to where she doesn't disassemble everything. She has a good habit of opening up her drawers and throwing all of her nicely folded clothes out.
How much longer am I supposed to be on rest for my leg? Think about a month actually. So where she went like 2 weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was like a month and a half. Although I have yet to get my brace. Anyway, moving on.
Thanks, government.
Thanks, government.
It's free. What do you want?
Yeah, you're right.
Shipping and
Expedited shipping, damn it. Moving on to the first topic of the night. The Gardner Museum Heist. More specifically, the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. but I'm just going to refer to Gardner because that is much easier to say.
No, I want you to say the full thing.
Well, you then you know what you should have done this.
I had a hard enough time.
By the way, did you mention the other day, or was like, that you just realized that H.H. Holmes' initials was HHH?
Well, see, I'm a WWE fan,
Yeah.
and it's very apparent in my write-up.
Yeah, well, you
Sorry
told
about
me that, and then when I was writing the intro or the outro today, I was looking at it and I'm like, did he really not realize H.H. Holmes was a Triple H?
Oh no, I knew, but like I realized I could make it funny.
Huh. Okay, very nice. The museum opened to the public in 1903 in Boston to house the personal art collection of private collector Isabella Stewart Gardner. She would work.
Museum.
She would work to expand the museum until her death in 1924, where she left a $3.6 million endowment for the museum and stipulated that her artwork could not be altered or sold, along with no other purchases added to the collection. There's a whole interesting story to her. There's another podcast called Time Suck with Dan Cummins. That's where I got this idea from. He dove a lot more into who this person is. It's really interesting, so highly recommend going and take a listen to that.
Not gonna lie, Dan helps me with some research.
Yeah, he'll know with this too. And I'm not gonna lie, he's a little more better than me at doing these things. So,
He's like 1,000% better at credit than us.
Wow.
oh yeah,
What a way to support your co-host.
he's better than me.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, wow, 1,000 times better. I believe you did.
Yeah, because you don't listen to him like we do.
It's not that I don't listen to it, it's just that I believe in you that you can be better.
Yeah, I'm not matching what he does. The dude
Yeah,
goes
I
on,
don't have an hour and a half.
the dude goes on national tours. My own national tour I do is different beers throughout the world.
I made a lifelong commitment to boosting your ego.
Yeah, well,
It is in my job description to make you seem like you are better than anybody else.
today I learned being married to me is like a job. Fast forward to the 1980s.
Marriages work regardless of what you look, however you look at it.
Hey, we're in the 1980s now. Okay, you were just
No, they don't.
yeah. Look, fast forward to 19. I just read that.
Oh, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying in real life now. I'm like, oh, we're. I'm like, where did you hit your head today?
No, not today. It's not. Didn't hit it today.
She beats.
She beats me. I went to the 1980s and she beats me. It took me to a museum and she bit me.
Kodak, it's EUM.
Yeah, that explains why every word in here where I put museum is underlined with red.
Sure does.
Listen, I was a science major. Don't change them now. God, it's gonna fuck with me. I was a science, not an English major. All right.
You spelled maintenance wrong too.
Well, it's been a while since I was in maintenance. I'm an inspector now.
I just really liked English.
Oh my god, I really fucked that up.
Yeah.
Maintenance.
Maintenance.
Well, as long as I can read it, we're good. So the 1980s and the museum, that's not correctly spelled for this one time, was running low on funds, which led to poor conditions in the incorrectly spelled museum. They lack climate control, insurance policies, and basic building maintenance.
Maintenance.
Funds would soon be allocated to upgrading security when the FBI, see, I spelled that one right.
FBI.
Yep.
Good job.
Good
Thank
job.
you. The FBI uncovered a plot of Boston criminals to rob the museum in 1982.
Always fucking Boston.
I thought you were going to spell Boston as Boston.
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 Oh, I'm not
We're
my
not-
Queen's outfit right now, okay?
We're not thinking low enough for Boston accent.
Boston.
This sounds like a job for Captain Crunch. I'm going to buy a box of Captain Crunch and put your face on it.
Where's that Gatorade bottle? You said something the other day, and I'm driving home, and I'm like, I just want you to know, I'm holding an empty Gatorade bottle, And I just want to throw it at your forehead right now. Because she made some dumbass comment. Great, now she'll be some feminist. Oh my God, he's doing abuse.
Anthony complaining that marriage is a job. Also, Anthony turns into Von Miller.
I'm proud of you for drinking Gatorade.
Thank you. I'm glad someone sees a pro in this story.
Well, that's the beat me, but you're so glad that he has a life. You literally threatened to brain damage.
Oh, that's not brain damage. That's power. Power that causes brain damage.
Then you should have threw a Powerade at me.
Oh,
Gatorade causes brain contusions. Which I'm just saying that is brain damage. So, on to the upgrades.
You have so much fun.
I'm not changing this shit.
No, I know. You're going to have so much fun going back and listening to this all over again.
I didn't even drink that much. Holy shit.
No.
Good on us.
No, we're good. This is just natural.
I'm on my fourth bowl.
We're
Of Captain Cringe?
Oh, Captain Cringe is real loud right now.
Is it oops, all cringes?
I'm not dignifying that one.
Thank you.
These upgrades that they got from the after I get that FBI tip, the FIBA tip,
That's it.
included 60 infrared detectors, a closed circuit television system, and 4 perimeter cameras. However, the Board of Trustees did not approve the cameras to be installed inside the museum because why the fuck would you do that? They did approve the hiring of more security guards. In cases of emergency, security guards are only able to press a button in the security desk that call police. Because why the fuck have phones in the museum? Security also had to make an hourly phone call to police to make sure things were normal, but they could not use that phone for emergency purposes. Fucking hate. Oh, God damn it.
The 80s were a wild time.
It was the 80s.
It was Boston.
Boston. It was Boston in the 80s.
God damn it, Captain Cringe, knock it off.
You know what? I hear a lot of good things about Boston.
What's good about Boston?
It's a bomb-ass place to go to.
Yo, Jamaica Plains, great.
Yeah, great marathons. An independent consultant. An independent consultant reviewed the build security in 1988, and while noting that improvements could be made, it was on par with other museums at the time. So I guess no museums thought, hey, let's put security cameras inside of our building. Idiots. The security director at the Boston Museum, I misspelled it again, of the Arts also recommended improvements. However, the Board of Trustees denied any security improvements requests due to the financial strains it would cause, including raising the salary of security guards who were paid slightly more than the minimum wage, which was $35 an hour at the time.
I'll let the place get robbed too.
We'll get there.
Yeah, no, I'll fucking help them.
Cut me in, bro. Cut me
Billy, you heard this episode, I'm sure. Don't spoil it.
Oh, I didn't actually read it.
No, but you did. I thought you listened to the episode when that was on Time Suck.
Oh no, there's some that I don't listen to.
Fair. Oh, so this is new for you. Okay, cool. Did not realize that.
Yeah, the dollop is my number one for the year.
Good for you. PMT was mine. The museum security flaws were an open secret among guards and staff. Probably because, they're told, hey, there's no cameras. If there's an emergency, just fucking, press a button, hope for the best.
Run to your desk.
In March of 1990, 2 people dressed as police officers were seen parked in a hatchback near the side entrance of the museum by St. Patrick's Day party goers.
Fucking Boston.
Yeah, so Boston, St. Patrick's Day. What are you doing over here? I'm taking cameras. Okay, way to stay in tune there.
I'm listening. She's just so precious.
Yeah, so St. Patrick's Day, Boston. You can kind of see. I'm sorry, Boston. St. Patrick's Day. The drunk witnesses believed that they were actually police officers, not art thieves, which probably explains why they stay the fuck away.
Yeah, I would. Hammered in Boston. I'm not fucking with the cops.
Nope. There were two security guards on duty the night of the heist. First is Rick Abath, or Abath, 23, who was a regular night watchman, and Randy Heston. I suck at names too. I gotta put pronunciations down here.
And these little red squiggly worms underneath of them.
Not on these ones. Oh, they're not named museum.
You said them wrong.
Yeah, well, I suck at okay, again, science major who doesn't do shit with science. Not an English major. Randy was 25, who was on his first time on this shift, and what luck or coincidence this is. So, museum policy was that one guard would take a patrol through the gallery with a flashlight and a walkie-talkie, while the other would sit at the desk with the nice red button. Abath took the first patrol when smoke alarms began to ring, but he could not find the source of the smoke. He went back to the security room where he saw that the fire alarm control panel was tripped, and he just assumed that there was a malfunction and disconnected the sensor before original patrol. Because it's only an art museum, you know, why see there's a fire or anything? Just believe in the cheap sport.
Hey, I looked around. It's fine.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything. The panel itself was going off, so I kind of just disconnected it.
I'd like to point out.
I'll find the fire.
It's kind of like what I do when I'm using the oven or something. I've got to turn the vent on, and the smoke alarm goes like, I'm just turning the shit off for now.
Really, instead of just waving it to where it stops, he rips the thing from the wall and be like,
Well, what is me greeting the smoke alarm going to do to stop it?
Because once you fan it, it kind of goes away.
You said wave.
Wave, fan it, whatever you have to do.
Push the button.
I'm pushing her button right now.
Boop. Speaking of, I just like to mention that I can never be that person that sits at a desk with a big red button. I would fucking hit that shit at least 3 times a day.
Oh, yeah.
Especially it says do not push unless emergency.
In case of emergencies.
I'd be like, oh my God, I'm hungry.
Hi, guys. I just wanted to talk.
What's the emergency?
Advancement.
Anyways.
During his rounds, he would open and shut the side door without telling his partner and return to the desk around 1 a.m. so Stan can assume his patrol duties while he would sit at the desk. Ooh, look, wine.
Just turn for the button.
Yep, he is by the button now. So at 1:20 a.m, the thieves approached the side door that was conveniently opened.
What's in that?
Yeah, go figure. They buzzed into the security desk to the museum. I suck at writing. Into the security desk to the museum and told about that there were police investigating a disturbance. Because, you know, St. Patty's Day in Boston.
Boston.
The whole thing's a disturbance.
The Boston Museum party.
It's going to be a fucking wicked ass St. Patty's Day.
All right. Now you're turning into Mrs. Cringe. Knock it off.
He visibly saw the thieves dressed as police officers via the closed-circuit TV and believed that they were trying to find a St. Patty's Day drunk who may have climbed a fence. So he buzzed them in at 1:24 a.m.
Can you imagine being that St. Patty's Day drunk? This is where I parked my car.
Lovely painting.
This is where I put my patty.
Thank you for your help.
This will look nice in my living room.
The two thieves approached the security desk and asked Abath if anyone else was present. He then radioed Heston to return to the security desk. Abath noticed that the taller officer had what may have been a fake mustache. I say fuck mustache. Fuck these mustaches.
You can't read the words that were actually spelled right.
Fake mustaches. But before he can get wise, the shorter officer said that they might have a warrant for Abath's arrest and demanded identification. He had a fuck mustache.
They just hand him a fucking index card that says I'm this guy.
With a $20 bill.
Hold on, let me write a quick note here. Mustache is real.
Abath left his desk and the shorter officer handcuffed him against the wall. Upon his stand's arrival, a tall officer handcuffed him to the wall. Thieves now revealed their true intentions to the pirate of the art and told the guards to not cause trouble.
Arg.
Fucking heist movies. I hate them.
Right, this isn't a movie. This is real. The thieves then covered their eyes with duct tape, led them to the basement, and handcuffed them to a steam pipe and a workbench. The thieves examined their IDs, made threats. Hey, we know where you live now, so don't say shit. And if you don't say shit to the cops for a year, we'll give you part of the reward. This whole process took about 15 minutes.
This is why you don't update your driver's license.
Yeah, that's why I
That
didn't.
long?
Wait,
My driver's license has my old address on it. But remember I got the thing that says that updated it, but they don't put on the ID yet.
Oh, because you have to carry that stupid yellow card.
But this year I had to get a new ID.
When they send it, when you pay for it, they'll send you a new one with your old picture on it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So you'll forever have blonde hair.
Maybe I'll just get blonde hair every year again.
And a fuck mustache.
Yeah, a fuck mustache. I'll raid a museum.
How would they tell if it's real or fake?
We're not doing a heist. We're doing a cult, not a heist.
This is a cult of the fuck mustache.
Does the carpet match the mustache?
Holds out and pats. Oh, god damn it. There's a fake beard down here. Red beard, the ball sacks.
Who picked my bushes?
Scurvy.
Arg, someone commandeered my ship.
Drop the anchors.
Oh, goodness. Oh, my God, you spilled a curd.
Now that the heist has begun, the thieves' movements were completely tracked by the infrared motion detectors. The first room they entered, the Dutch room, did not occur until 1:48 a.m. What's funny about Dutch?
No.
Oh, you're out of my occur until 1:48 a.m., leaving a 13-minute window since the guards were subdued. The thieves would start by smashing a sound device that gave audible alerts when someone was too close to different pieces, which to an observer, or whether it was an observer or a skilled thief.
Wait, did they have that spray stuff that you could see the infrared?
I don't think so.
They're not doing the heist right.
They're not cool enough.
They removed two works, The Storm on the Sea of Galilee and A Lady and Gentleman in Black, and threw them on the floor, shattering their glass frames and proceeded to cut the canvases out. Very rude. They also removed a Rembrandt self-portrait but left it against a cabinet, possibly due to the size of the piece. They did, however, take a much smaller painting in the same style. They finished this room by taking Landscape with Obelisk, The Concert, and a Chinese goo.
This reminds me of the one episode we did. Peter.
All the horror episodes.
Yeah.
The guy who
good stuff.
Yeah. What is his name? Something.
Oh my god. Because it's so close to someone I work with too. Oh my god, is it Ken Perenni or something?
Perenni.
Yeah, that guy.
I thought it was Peter or something. I know it was Ken Perenni. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like how he used to take where he just mimicked all these like antique art.
I completely forgot she had more people she wanted to do that she had notes on.
Maybe we should bring her back.
Yeah, we'll bring her back. We'll remember the message after we're done. 1:51 in the morning, one thief left the room and entered the short gallery, home to midgets and Oompa Loompas. Oh my god, I didn't realize I put that. Home to statues of the world's best midgets.
I heard that and I'm like, wait, did you put that in the fuck with them? I can't tell.
No, I did that to make a joke when I wrote this. I wrote this like a month and a half ago.
That's when Captain Cringe was born.
I stopped reading, make a joke real quick, and then I looked at the next sentence. It's like, home to the statues of the world's best midgets.
So they were pebbles?
Just kidding. However, a Napoleonic flag was damaged when a few screws were removed, but ultimately it was left. But the eagle finial on top of their flagpole was taken. They also took 5 Degas sketches from the room.
Not the bodega sketches.
Not the bodega. It's not proper Boston. The thieves ventured into the Blue Room on the first floor to steal the Ches Tortoni. However, the only records of anyone being in the room besides there was no records of anyone being in the room besides Abath during his rounds. So, some theories arose. Before leaving the museum, the thieves checked on the guards to casually see how they are holding up. They then went to collect the video cassettes and data printouts from the security director's office. A hard drive containing the movement data was left untouched, and the frame for Ches Tortoni was left at the security desk. I guess as a token? I don't know. The artwork was removed from the side door, was last used at 2:45 in the morning.
Anybody who does not know what a cassette is.
Well, let's quiz them.
It's a little rectangular box with some string, and it plays stuff.
Back in my day.
Slow ride, take it easy.
You know, like pissed people would like who my fucking dad was when I recorded over some cassette players.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How am I gonna record the new Corn song?
It's not a phase, Dad.
Yeah. Hank Williams isn't gonna care.
You gotta record my pirate themes. When the morning guards arrived, they immediately knew something was afoot when they could not establish contact with anyone inside for admittance. They notified the security director, who unlocked the doors with his own keys. Well, you think that the security guards would have as well, but that part was out of the budget. Upon finding no one at the desk, they immediately called police because they didn't use the panic button; they just called police because fuck, this makes no sense.
You know how hard it was to get a key made back then?
You know how much is annoying me that despite there being a panic button, nobody used it.
I would have smacked the shit out of that, like it was whack-a-mole.
Yeah,
I would put it through the desk.
When police arrived, they found the guards in the basement, still tied up. In total, 13 pieces of art were stolen with an estimated value of $200 million by the FBI, who would raise the estimate to $500 million in the late 2000s. Some appraisers believe the worth could actually be up to $600 million, which is regarded as the highest value of art heist, Jesus Christ, in world history.
Can I get like 0.1%?
Yeah, honestly. One painting, the concert, is considered to make up half of the value as it's only one of 34 paintings by famous Dutch painter Vermeer, with an estimated value of $250 million 2015, and is considered the most valuable piece of stolen art. Now, due to Gardner's will stating that nothing should be changed, the empty frames of the paintings are still in the galleries. They never added anything new. They never changed it. They kind of just left it how the criminals did it.
Look at the time we got robbed.
Memories. The reward was initially for $1 million, but was eventually raised to $10 million in 2017, the largest bounty ever by a private institution. Due to the statute of limitations being reached in 1995, no one can be prosecuted for this crime. So what?
It kind of like Ken Perenni, when he's like, haha, by the way, I did this.
Yeah, so if you're out there and you're listening to this, just turn yourself in, or as we'll find out next week when I talk about the suspect.
Or hit us up on our socials and we'll have you on the show.
Could you imagine?
Yo, Will Kickback.
The old man was like,
You can turn off.
I was totally there at the art museum.
I was in Boston.
If the dude's from Boston, I don't want to be on that episode.
And then they hit the button.
The FBI immediately took the lead on the investigation. They immediately found fingerprints and footprints, but it was unknown how extensive the DNA testing was, as files had been lost over the years. Because, why would the police do good work?
That's why they didn't hit the button. They didn't want their DNA.
What?
They didn't want to hit the button in their fingerprints.
That could be it.
Yeah.
Why is it a common theme that, like, the cops just fucking suck in your stories?
You know what? I pick good stories. That's why. Because, the cops did their job. This wouldn't be a story.
Do you not know his history with cops?
Yeah, we don't get along. Somehow I usually win.
Yeah, which still, I don't fucking know. I was living with Lex Luthor.
Cue the year 2020.
Maybe I'll do an episode on him one day.
That'd be fucking fantastic.
Oh Jesus!
Hey,
Don't get us sued.
I was told I was legally allowed to keep going because he tried suing me. And
That
they're like,
doesn't mean put a fucking podcast up.
why not?
I mean, if you get his
He
victim,
already tried to sue.
Yeah, and he lost and was told, hey, you can't sue him. You're a public official. You can't sue for what's the word?
Slander.
Slander. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but you think if we do a podcast about it, I'm not gonna tell someone like this dude's a huge piece of shit, and then I'll get hit with slander? No, we ain't doing that.
Listen, I'll create a whole new podcast and make an episode about it.
We'll create a Captain Cringe's Corner. C to the third power.
Captain Cringe versus the police. Episode 1, the pedophile.
You little fuck the badge.
Instead of X-Files, it'll be the pedophiles.
Jesus.
They call me the Von Miller of cops.
He wasn't pregnant.
You could beat him like they were.
You don't know that.
Maybe that's why I did it. He was confused. Oh, God, then nowhere was I? Not even highlight Billy. Oh, here we go. The FIBA, the FBI,
The
immediately took the lead on the investigation. Oh, I read this part. God damn it. Let's see
Yeah,
here.
now who took a dab, huh?
You were out,
Sir, I don't do
you were
that.
out with
I
the-
found it.
Okay.
The physical description given to authorities where one man was around 5'10" in his late 30s with a medium build, and another man that was 5 feet 12 inches on the heavier side in his. I was waiting for it.
I always loved the 5 feet 12.
That's how Anthony identifies himself.
Yeah, because sometimes like you're 5'11", sometimes like you're 6 foot, sometimes like 5'11" and a half. So I just go 5'12".
I wish I was like 6 foot so I could use it.
Well,
Billy, we love you.
Maybe one day I'll grow.
you can be fancy and just go with centimeters.
Ooh, I'd be so tall.
Exactly. No one will know.
Oh my god, don't start this again.
No, we're not going with last night's conversation.
Don't start this again.
Or I got sidetracked like, wow, this is the world's biggest penis.
Oh, let's measure in centimeters so it seems like it's way more.
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah.
Anyway, the 5'12" guy was on the heavier side. He was a little thicker. He was also in his early 30s. However, the FBI would have several key suspects, in which I will dive into next week, as to which I don't want to take up too much time from my wonderfully, totally serious co-hosts.
We won't body shame this guy next week.
Yeah, we don't body shame criminals, okay? Unless they deserve it.
Doug was a little chunky.
That's why he had to do the tax he did to get a girl. I'm just saying it's factually true that he got a high school girl pregnant.
So next week,
God damn it, you get us sued, I swear to God.
Swear to me.
so part 2 is next week.
Yeah, I'm doing part 2. Part 2 will be the suspects. Like I said, it was unsolved. I'll go into the suspects and the actual investigation. Because that's like another 4 pages of write-up, and that'll make 16 pages in total today. And
Will you spell museum right?
I wrote that up a month and a half ago too. I mean, I can check real quick, see if it's spelled right, but I am willing to bet my future costume as Compton Cringe that I say Compton.
Compton.
Oh God, the Boston's affecting. Oh God, I have one cent out of it. Right.
Just adding fuel to the fire, buddy.
Oh God, I'm doing a solemn.
A solemn.
Get this fixed.
Okay, so you'll finish up part 2.
Yeah,
and
part 2 will be next week.
And Billy is doing part 1 of
Triple H.
H to the third power.
Double two-parter.
Ooh. Didn't we say we should never do this?
Double dutch?
Yeah. We say we shouldn't do a lot of things, and then here we are.
Yeah.
Remember that time we tried to walk to the store?
Believe it or not really. I remember
No,
the
no,
story
I buy
was
that.
not anyone thought, hey, we should drive. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, we were safe about it, but boy, we shouldn't have walked either.
Babe, can you bring back another thing? Thanks. Yeah, I can't wait for yours.
Yo, I've learned so much about this dude. It's like, wow, shit.
I briefly discussed him before in one of our episodes.
Cool.
H.H. Holmes.
Oh, I think we were talking about.
That's empty.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, I brought you a bear from before.
Okay. That works.
I think we're discussing. I don't know. Billy said on one of the episodes that he wanted to do H.H. Holmes. Was it on an episode or one of our messages? He wanted to do them.
No, I think we were doing one of the haunted places, and I said it was off of
The Murder Castle.
was it that and it was inspired by H.H. Holmes, which is also off Hotel Cortez, an American Horror Story.
I think so.
Mhm.
When I actually looked at like anything based off of him, like only 2 showed up. I actually make a reference to it in this.
Spoilers.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, like, if anybody like says, "Hey, I heard this name before," it's probably because we discussed him in previous episodes.
Probably.
Which he's one of the worst people on Earth. When I say that,
Yeah, this dude was such a fucking con man.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why he's an asshole.
that is a Taurus.
I mean, there's some more, but like,
Him and his damn art pieces.
all right.
What I move my boy? This is amazing.
All right. Anyways, go ahead with your Triple H.
All right, I know my thing is usually ghosts on this podcast, but I enjoyed covering serial killers so much during our Halloween special month. I decided to do one more. I actually wanted to cover Holmes, but I felt probably not a lot of people actually saw the movie Murder Hotel. Unfortunately for me, and probably you, there's so much information that it's going to have to be a two-parter. Why was that so hard to read?
Welcome to my world.
You're still in the Boston. You haven't traveled to Chicago yet.
This week we'll dive into the years before Henry Howard became the best damn hotel owner in Chicago.
I feel uncomfortable. I don't know why. Just Howard doesn't seem right. Henry Howard Holmes.
Oh, his real name isn't better.
Oh, that's not his real name. Okay, cool.
The
cool.
plot.
Oh yeah, just right. It gets worse.
Oh, it gets worse. Cool. Awesome. I love when it gets worse.
It does get worse. Okay, go ahead.
Born on May 16th, 1861 in Gilmanton, New Hampshire, Herman Webster Mudgett was the third and final son of Levi and Theodate Mudgett.
So
That's the real
the
name.
from.
Obviously, Herman Webster Mudgett does not an H.H. Holmes make, but we'll cover that later. Not a whole lot is known about young Herman's life. What we do know is that his mother and father were devoutly Methodist, and his dad was a kind of abusive guy who would beat Herman regularly and even locked him in the attic. Herman considered himself a mother's boy, but later in his life admitted he would fantasize about them burning and dying in a fire, especially following the Great Fire of Chicago in 1871.
Oh, that's good table talk.
He was also a very smart student, but this would make Herman an easy target for bullying.
Nerd.
It was very well known fact in school that Herman was afraid of the doctor's office. Now, at this time, doctors were performing experiments on actual human corpses in their offices. These cadavers would usually come from the local graveyard after the doctors would pay local transients to dig up the graves. They also had a fully articulated skeleton. Fuck, my thing went crazy. They also had a fully articulated real skeleton hanging in their offices. After learning of Herman's fear, neighborhood kids forced Herman into the doctor's office and made him stand in front of the skeleton, touching his face with the, again, very real skeleton hand. Herman would later say that his fear of the doctor's office was cured that day.
So, lesson of the day: bullying can help kids.
Yeah, your kid want to be a murder doctor.
Huh. I gotta get some ad there.
Remind me when we're doing Cole's Cool Corner or whatever we name this little section
Cool
of his,
campfire story.
or Cole's campfire story when he's talking about chopping kids up with a chainsaw, and you're like, yeah, this is what bullying does.
He did. Okay, let's be clear. He talked about Chainsaw Colt. Okay,
Cole.
Chainsaw Colt. Okay, let's not talk about a kid. You're like, oh yeah, he's gonna go chop someone's hands off.
Yeah,
He made a fictional character
about somebody who gets bullied at camp.
Yeah, well, he defended himself.
Yeah, with chainsaw hands.
Okay, Chuck the doll was also present. Okay. Let's put that. Freddy Krueger was also there, I believe, in the story. Okay, so let's just put some more facts in there. You see a little fucking ginger doll coming at you. Yeah, you'll be happy if Chainsaw his hands.
First of all, we in our Halloween month we actually just did these real life stories on how these people were actually real.
I did Chucky.
Yeah, and I did Freddy. So we know these things are based off.
Cole didn't know that when he made the story.
Yeah, but you're proving the point.
What?
You're like, oh, Chucky and Freddy were there. Well,
in Cole's story, they were there in his own imagination.
But they're real.
He didn't know that, though. That's not information he had.
Some kids know things that they don't even know.
He could have seen it in passing.
Kids don't realize there's some kids who talk to ghosts and they don't understand what ghosts are until they're older and like, holy shit, I saw something when I was younger.
Yo, he saw Anthony Bourdain do some wild shit one morning.
Jesus Christ.
Well, okay. What's the next part here about old Herman?
Herman would quickly develop a love for all things anatomy because of this experience. He would display this interest by performing experiments on live animals. He would also keep trinkets from his experiments when the animal inevitably dies. These trophies were kept in a box along with a picture of his 12-year-old crush, which seems real sweet if you ask me.
Aww.
What's in the box?
A cat's paw in the box. The last thing that's what?
That's some petrified animals.
I know he had like a cat's paw in there and some other shit.
It's a lucky paw.
Oh. The last thing that's really known about Herman's childhood is that although the target of bullying, he did actually have one friend, a boy named Tom.
He later
However,
MySpace.
Wait, what?
He later started MySpace.
I thought they hung out at his cabin.
Herman actually took that picture.
It's all making sense.
Unfortunately, this is not MySpace, Tom. However, this friend would be short-lived as he had fallen while investigating an abandoned house with old Herman. There's a lot of speculation here that this could have been his actual first kill, but nothing was ever actually confirmed. After Tom's death, Herman said that he'd rather be alone. My guess, this was probably his first body.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
I wonder if that picture of him turning around smiling from MySpace is him surprising him before he pushed him.
Surprise.
Hey Tom, what's up, friend? Oh shit.
It's not murder if you'll surprise.
They saw it coming. He warned them.
Being academically gifted, Herman graduated high school at the age of 16 in 1877. He would enroll in the medical program at the University of Vermont when he turned 18. He only lasted a year after he was dissatisfied with the schooling. Probably not enough corpses on the grounds, I guess.
0 stars, not enough dead people.
During this time, he would also marry his first wife, Clara Lovering, in 1878. The two had one son, Robert Lovering Mudgett, in February of 1880. The marriage wasn't great, and it was said that Herman was kind of abusive.
Was she pregnant at the time?
I don't know why, but lovering mudget just sounds like a curse word from 1880. You lovering mudget.
Oh, lover and mudget.
You want to cook the turkey, you lovering mudget.
You late liquor, you lover and mudget.
You misplaced my corpses, you lovering mudget.
He was probably very abusive when she was pregnant. But he got accepted to his dream college at the University of Michigan, and he would abandon Clara and Robert. I think he abandoned Clara when she was still pregnant, actually.
Huh.
Robert did decent for himself as he was once the city manager of Orlando. I was unaware that Orlando works like a goddamn Burger King, but it makes sense.
I was gonna say there's not much to be proud of, but it is a hectic town.
While a student in the medical and surgery department, Herman would work very closely with the chief anatomy professor, William James Herdman. What is with the three names in this the whole era?
Classy.
I wonder where they came with the term "never trust a guy with two first names."
Well, I mean, these guys had three.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine trusting a guy with three when you couldn't trust a guy with two?
That's like all of them, though. Oh. Anyway, the two would become bros because they shared a love of grave robbing and using the cadavers for school experimentation and instruction. It was here that Herman would develop a very genius idea.
Lemonade stand.
Nail it. Well, I left out a very important detail about young Mudgett, and that is that he was a very skilled con man. After running several smaller type scams, Herman figured he had hit the big time. After developing a plan with another classmate and studying failures in insurance fraud, the two set out with a plan. The two would take out insurance policies on fake people, then using a cadaver from the school, would file the claim for these imaginary people and make away with an assload of money. Herman and his classmate would end up taking this fraud even further. The two had taken insurance claims out on each other and staged some kind of accident with the corpses. They had disfigured the faces of the cadavers, and everyone else was none the wiser. Crimes were so fucking easy back then.
Oh, what a time to be alive.
Social media ruined everything.
Tom ruined everything.
The internet ruined everything.
I'm not entirely sure how after the whole death thing happened, but Herman would graduate from Michigan and then move to Philadelphia. Get those fucking cheesesteaks, you psycho. He would get hired at Norristown State Hospital, but quit shortly after being hired. Herman would end up finding work as a pharmacist because it's the 1880s. Who gives a shit?
Get your cocaine here. Get your cocaine. Buy 2 cocaines, you get 1 heroin on the house.
Well, he was a shitty pharmacist because his job would quickly come to an end as a young boy died after taking medicine from Herman. He would deny any involvement but quickly fled town. He had also changed his name to Henry Howard Hughes to avoid any sort of detection from his scams, and probably the kid he gave the arsenic or something to.
You know, not to defend like a serial killer or anything, but didn't a lot of people die after going to the pharmacy back then? I mean, they're giving out morphine.
Yeah, they were like snake oil salesmen.
You want cocaine in your cough syrup?
Unfortunately, we have not evolved far from that.
Nope. You want some fentanyl in your heroin?
Being quite the handsome ladies' man, the original Triple H would find love again in Minneapolis, 1886. Here's where it goes downhill.
Did he have an Undertaker with him?
Oh, think that might come up.
Oh, very nice.
He was giving out the pedigree.
Oh, just wait.
Were the body stone cold?
Well, still legally married to Clara, Henry would marry Myrta Belknap. I should have looked the name up. Rumor is Holmes had actually tried to get a divorce from Clara, but it would end up being thrown out as there was no actual evidence of the infidelity that he had claimed. It's still the 1880s. Triple H's double wife. Who gives a shit? The two would travel to the big city of Chicago in 1888. Chicago at this time was the big place to be. They were mostly done rebuilding from the Great Fire of 1871 and was a major city of the Midwest, even if the streets were filled with dead animals and the smell of death from the meat plants filled the air. Despite all of this population was growing exponentially. However, the police and fire departments were not expanding with the people. You know, normal shit.
Go figure.
Obviously, this leads to a lot of crime and fire and a lot of dead people. What a place for the cerebral assassin's next big scheme.
Oh, wait, there's more. More lemonade stands.
Are you telling me Chicago smelled like, well, let's go, Iowa?
Just less bacon. There's no seasonings.
Apparently, it was like a big place for like meat production.
I'm gonna look up Chicago.
And then there was just like death all over the streets.
Oh, cool. Ground beef.
More or less. After settling in the neighborhood of Englewood, the game would find an elderly pharmacy owner. I forgot I called him the game. The game would find an elderly pharmacy owner down the street. After finding out the woman's husband was dying upstairs, Holmes would find his new target. He offered to be a pharmacist to ease the burden on the woman, obviously not mentioning that little mix-up in Philly. Soon after the woman's husband died, and Holmes offered to buy the pharmacy from the woman as long as she would allow a payment plan. After turning over the ownership, Holmes would continually make excuses for not having the money for the woman, and she eventually filed a suit against Holmes. However, she disappeared a few weeks after. When asked by pharmacy customers where she was, he would say she was visiting California. After weeks went by, he would say that she enjoyed it so much that she wanted to stay. Problem solved.
And they say we don't fact check these days. Ugh.
Henry, ever the opportunist, purchased a block-length vacant lot across from his pharmacy. He would purchase this land under another fake name he used, H.H Campbell. Obviously, he needed to be able to finance his purchase, so he put his pharmacy up for sale. But Holmes being Holmes, when a potential buyer would come to visit the store, he would pay locals to shop at the store to make it look far more busy than it was. This method worked so well that he was able to sell the store for a lot more than it was actually worth. And then after the new buyer purchased the building and went to get his family, Holmes took a bunch of shit from the store and just disappeared. Years later, across the street, Holmes would use it in his bigger, better store with the tiny pharmacy. Then the tiny pharmacy. This guy was such a dick.
That's fucking fantastic. Oh, if he wasn't a serial killer, he'd be quite the character.
Triple H knew he wanted this land because he had a new scheme in mind. He wanted to build his very own hotel, which became known as the Castle. This is where I will cut this off until next week. Behold the King of Kings.
So what are you doing next week? What is the kind of like the end half?
The lemonade stand.
Basically next week is the rise of the murder castle and like the trial and everything.
And then his like demise of his schemes.
Yeah. Like what got him in prison and like what happened to him.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
cool.
Looking up Chicago in that time, more than 3/4 of murder cases were not closed in that time.
Yeah, it wasn't a great place. It was a very, very crowded place.
Even when killers' identities were known, jurors typically exonerated or acquitted them, especially if they were white.
Yeah, the mobsters were involved with like all the politics and shit in the city. It was a whole thing.
Domestic murder tripled in Chicago. I mean, at least Chicago didn't change.
No.
I still want to visit.
Yeah, I want some deep dish pizza, like some real good one.
No, you can fuck off with your pizza casserole.
Apparently, Germans tended to go after people with money and kill them.
Maybe to choose.
So did African American men. Huh.
But those centimeters, though.
Oh, this is getting dark.
Yo, that needs to be like the. We could probably talk, little dick dudes into going to centimeters if we switch to centimeters.
Do you understand? Like, this was like almost half-hour conversation between Anthony and CJ last night on the phone.
I
Like,
love
you
it.
look at the rank in
Oh, like what countries have the biggest dicks?
which countries.
What country has the biggest breasts?
Oh, the Congo, I think.
Oh, yeah, the Democratic People's Congo, I think it was called, has the biggest average wiener.
Yeah, where the anaconda comes from. It
Yeah,
don't
I'm not looking that up
want
again.
none unless you got buns, hon.
So I'm gonna look it up and look at pictures.
No, you don't want to go to sleep. Don't do
That's an elephant trunk.
it. You don't want to go to the water hole. 'Tis the season, guys. To be hung. Christmas in America has long been about receiving presents from Santa for being nice, or at worst, getting a lump of coal for being naughty. However, the holiday season has historically center side that a lot of people don't know about.
Wish Santa bring me some coals to put in my stoker.
I'm cold, Santa. Bring me some coal. In pagan and other pre-Christian traditions, legends of mythical beings emerged during the long nights around the holidays with punishment for those who weren't on their best behavior.
Daddy?
I just got spanked by a mythical creature.
You want to?
Captain Cringe. So here are 7 stories of characters that have haunted the European area for longer than America has been even a country. Starting with the most popular that I feel like everybody has heard about or seen the movie, Krampus. This had taken place, are most known for in Germany, Austria, and Italy. Through the origins, this beast is unknown. Krampus is the opposite of Saint Nick, half goat, half straight up horned demon. Kind of reminds me of a Capricorn.
Jersey Devil.
Love you,
The California Devil.
This legend loves to devour children around the holidays who misbehave. In turn of the additional terror, there are notable celebrations intended for the honor of Krampus, such as the Krampus Run, where participants dress up in elaborate, expensive costumes and descend upon the Munich Christmas market. I guess it's kind of like when, kind of like Piston has the Tomato Fest. People dress up as Krampus and be like, yeah.
So they
Krampus.
just run down and like Grinch it up for a while.
Just saying things.
Yeah, you're seeing museums.
Krampus.
And occurs.
No, I spelled it correctly. I eventually said it correctly. It was the words I spelled correctly that I got wrong.
It was the words that you spelled correctly that you completely fucked up. But the words that you spelled wrong, you said right. Fun fact. Krampus is a word of German origin, translating to the claw.
The claw.
The claw.
So as I go through these, the spelling of these have been, I had to go on YouTube and Google Translate and I listened to them multiple times and I broke them down in a way that I can remember how to say it. But however, do not hold me to the exact pronunciation.
Yo, I do this shit all the time.
Me, never.
Okay, I'm talking about anybody from these European countries that know the tales and they tell them every year. I don't want anybody to come at me. All right, I'm trying my best. I'm just a poor girl from Florida.
We're just dumb Americans. We're sorry.
Okay, the second of the 7 is the story of Grilla and her not so beautiful offspring.
Wow. Now we're body shaming.
God damn it, we said we wouldn't do this.
This was located in Iceland. Another terror to youngsters, ogre Grilla has been around since the 13th century, and she has said to have children who are trolls. 13 of the 13 children to be exact, each with creepy names like pot scraper and door slammer. Anyways, these Yule lads, as they're called, emerge from their homes to assist their mom, who have also ventured out of the cave in rounding up naughty children to eat over the 2 weeks leading up to Christmas.
I have a theory about them, though. I believe the ogre Grilla is just like an onion.
She has layers.
Layers.
She eats the children in layers.
Oh, well, smart. Really seals in the flavor.
As I was going through these 7 little mini stories of these, little folk tales that are told throughout European countries, I'm like, man, instead of threatening Cole to behave for Santa, maybe we should start telling him the horror stories of what's going to happen if he does.
Fuck that little elf. Get the point across.
All right. The third one is Mary Lloyd of Wales.
Oh, aquatic.
Stories.
I didn't know Wales had traditions.
They speak to other fish.
You can't speak whale.
And then eat them.
Thank you. Wow, you can really speak whale.
Yeah. So speaking of whales, no. Mary Lloyd is the textbook definition of nightmare fuel. I looked up images of her, and it kind of reminds me of Darkness Falls.
It gets worse.
Yeah, it gets worse.
Yes.
I'm sorry that for providing that little bit of terror there. However, the iconic holiday tradition, which it's said to be derived from some sort of religious rite, like a pagan. Like, I don't know if people follow the pagans and Vikings and their crazy demon obsessed religion during these days of the early 1800s, simply could not be left off this list. The celebration takes place around Christmas time. Like all these, it involves Welsh residents donning horse skulls or placing horse skulls on a stick, just like the iconic pagan symbol, and heading door to door singing to homeowners. This is a silver lining to the terror, though. If you encounter a skull horse on your doorstep, congratulations, you're a receiver of good luck. Now, however, when I was looking into other stories about this, good luck means if you hear the carols and you see the skull horse, that means you survived. If you hear the carols and you hear phantom knocking and there's no one there, you're done. You're toast. You're naughty. You're just.
It's this thing club of coal.
Horse lover strikes again.
So that was I really didn't get much, but it was one of those things to where I felt like it was Purge like. You had a little mask and you go door to door and scare the shit out of people or you die. So the next one, Anthony's very, very, very
naughty or 9.
Very fun.
Or no, was it impish?
Impish. Belschnickel.
Yes.
I didn't have to do the breakdown of this one, a little pronunciation of it, because I already knew it. From Western Germany.
Can you pronounce out the region?
The Pelat
And go talk your shit.
Palatine. Palatinate.
Palatinate.
Palinate.
It's a pale taint.
Palinate. Palatinate.
Bell snickle comes from a pale taint.
Palatine comes from a bullet taint. However, a Belschnickel is a German monster who visited children's to whip them in shape as a foil to Jolly Saint Nicholas. Can you
How
imagine?
many fucking monsters did Germany have?
How a lot.
This
actually.
is all before the 40s.
Yeah.
They were the real monsters.
He wears a mask and dresses in all fur and is said to visit alone and quiz children before deciding whether they reward him with a gift or punish them with a wooden rod. Sounds like my childhood.
Rod.
Except that it wasn't even a quiz to save me.
Huh. My dad was German. Belsh. Real feelings. Covered by laughter. Okay. Belschnickel may have been originated around the Middle Ages and is now well known across Pennsylvania, thanks to the German immigrants who moved to the area, aka the Pennsylvania Dutch. This story is also made popular by the show The Office. So it's either you get a little treat or you get hit with a wooden spoon. Depends on who's holding.
What he had he had sticks or something.
Sticks, the wooden sticks or wooden spoon or whatever it was. So this one made me laugh so much because I looked at like 8 different ways to say this name.
Oh.
Yeah. Colic casserole is in Eastern Europe. From late Christmas to early January, these werewolf-like creatures reportedly came out, or up rather, as they spent the rest of the year underground. Some say they are buried deep into a underground core from the core of the
Earth.
Yeah.
There you go.
Trying to think of the word. So
I like how you put center of the earth on your thing here.
But I couldn't.
But you went with core of the blank.
Listen, I was in a rush, okay? I was trying to get shit done. I had schoolwork to do.
You really?
I did when I wrote this up. I was trying to juggle multiple things at once. I'm like, oh shit, we're doing a podcast. Oh shit, it's a week before finals. Let me hurry up and get shit done. However, they would come up from the core at night to play and generally cause some trouble. After they had their fill of above ground mischief, they would return to their home at the center of the earth, sir. Rumor has it that they leaving a colander on your doorstep is the best practice to ward them off.
Colander?
Colander?
Yeah, colander.
Colander?
Colander.
Colander.
Isn't that just like the things where you like
like a winter? Colander.
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 Wait, don't be giving me shit before about mispronouncing Mazooms.
Mazooms and colanders. However, yeah, it's the best practice to leave. It kind of is like, oh no, the cross. It's supposed to keep them away. If not, they'll terrorize and they'll feed off of your flesh and all that fun stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, if you hibernate into the center of the earth and then come up around Christmas time, you're like, God damn, I'm hungry. Who's been bad? I'm going to eat your soul. Fun fact, they can only count to 2.
Which is more than most werewolves.
Yeah, like, if we're doing statistics.
they were werewolf-like creatures.
Oh.
But if the story of the werewolf, it is man by day, werewolf by night. Full moon, a man turns into a wolf. So typically, a werewolf in human form can count higher than 2, sir.
You would think that.
You would think that. Listen, you're body shaming some of these scenes before. I don't know what you got to.
A lot of stuff. Okay. Oh God. Okay. The Yule Cat,
Fuck it.
also known as Yola Kutkarin.
Very nice.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah. Like your pronunciation. Good job.
Yeah. I had to listen to that one a bunch of times too.
You know, I
I
can't
believe
pronounce
that.
security cards.
That's why I used Yule Cat in the rest of my write-up.
Smart call.
This also took place in Iceland, where it's actually very green. I always found funny
Those tricky Vikings.
that Iceland is green and Greenland is ice. It doesn't make any sense. They fucked up somewhere.
No, Vikings did it to fuck with people.
They did it on purpose.
No, well, they sure got me.
Those other explorers wouldn't think to land at Iceland and take their precious land.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty smart, actually.
Yeah.
However, the global warming, soon Greenland might become green.
Thanks, global warming. However, Iceland seems to have no shortage in Christmas terrors. I've said that before. A lot of these stories come from Iceland or Germany.
Fighting them in Germany.
They're very sinister over there.
Who could be the top with the Christmas traditions?
I mean, one makes me wonder if Hitler is a Christmas story.
Yeah, let's not go into Holocaust annihilating.
Fucking hell! God damn it!
That one will actually get us canceled on Spotify.
Like all these horror stories you hear over here in the U.S. We're like, oh shit, he was terrible. You don't hear about a freaking holiday cat terrorize people.
I'm just saying you actually enter the territory where Spotify will delete our shit.
We only made a Pearl Harbor joke before.
We are not Alex Holmes or Alex Jones.
Of having a thing on Spotify, you can't make holiday jokes. Or you can't deny it.
I did not say anything about it, sir.
You're just like, was Hitler just a myth for Christmas?
We were dreading very heavily.
I'm just saying, would that be a horror story? That's all.
It's a horror story to make sure you turn off your ovens.
You're the one that gets us canceled, sir.
Oh.
However, a Yule Cat is certainly a force on the list that is to be reckoned with. In short, the Yule Cat is a giant cat who punishes people for not working hard.
Fuck yeah.
This is the one I want to scare Cole with.
Well, I have an issue with this because, like, cats are already fucking lazy. And we have people do shit for them. Now, this one's just a giant one's like, work harder, peasant.
I'll get to that.
Yeah, we're not working hard enough.
Piece of shit. Cat.
Legend has it that this animal once roamed the countryside, looking for those, especially children, around the holidays who had not done their chores.
Fuck yeah.
Kids who worked hard throughout the year were treated with fresh garments. They would leave new clothes because back in that time, you know, a lot of times you had to either sew your own clothes, make your own clothes, or you wore a lot of the same clothes and you would look ragged.
The kids were glad to get clothes back then.
Yep. So they were treated with fresh garments, and just before the new year, they would look nice and spazzy. Those who didn't were deemed lazy, and Yule Cat fed off of they actually fed off the laziness. So you were talking about how a cat is lazy and yada yada yada. They actually ate children who were lazy. So the threat was to do all your chores, do as I say, and for Christmas and the New Year, you'll look nice and you'll get new clothes. If not,
you'll be cat food.
Some giant ass cat's gonna come over here and feast on you like a Thanksgiving turkey.
You'll be the kibble and bits.
What a way to go.
Fun fact. Some tales of the Yola Kutkarin actually belonged to Grilla, the nice witch from before, who used it as one of the hunting pets of sorts. The Yule Cat was used to as a driving force for employers to ensure that their workers were making their quota. Pretty much saying, haha, do your factory work.
I just
Or,
heard a Yule Cat rumor
Pretty
that was.
uses a similar method.
well, he must have a big cat.
Jeffrey Bezos. Let's go, Jeffrey. You
So
can do it.
this one for me, it was kind of like, how are we going to tell a story about some kind of mythical before Christmas demon that would actually scare the crap out of your kids to make them do something?
It's an evil Clifford.
He was a big red dog. It's an oversized Garfield
Yeah. Let's just get the fucking balloon from the turkey parade.
instead of lasagna. Children.
You think that's Garfield in the parade? No. That's Yule Cat.
Last but not least on our little mini short stories of horror, we have Frau Perta. This is in Austria, Germany.
Fucking Germany again.
I'm telling you. Iceland and Germany, I would not want to go there around the holiday season.
Doesn't sound pleasant.
Well, especially there's some fat cats around or some witchy women.
I might be sold by the cat.
However, yeah, it could rose up your leg and be like, meow, what's up?
All right, I'm taking you home with me.
Want to take me home? If you're a good boy, I'll give you fresh clothes. If not, I'm just gonna fucking eat you.
All right, I got a new fit and a cat. All right.
All right. So, Frau Perta is a witch that goes. Frau Perta that is a witch that goes on a little vacation, so to speak. Every 12 days of Christmas is like some kind of murder fun for her. More so, she disembowels her victims. Those for anybody who has been bad.
This fucking escalated.
It got worse.
See?
We got a German guy doing quizzes and a cat that leaves clothes, and this one's like, yeah, I want to take out your bowels.
Well, she's a witch. It's kind of like she's like, oh yeah, it's like the Jeffrey Dahmer of witches. So the 12 days.
Christmas, that's rude.
Well, the good old story we have on the 12th day of Christmas. The
Good old witch did to me.
She ate.
Frau Perta just fucking disembowels me.
Yep. Well, she disemboweled all of her victims if they were bad. If they were on the good list, people in the area would wake up to a silver coin at some point within those 12 days.
Oh.
So either got money or you got murked.
Wow.
You either got a little simple like, here's food for a week, or I'm gonna fucking eat you like a wood chipper.
Can I pick?
In a plot twist of sorts, Perta is celebrated by fearless fans in some villages who don a mask, such as a festival of sorts. And they view her as a powerful figure whom other holiday demons like Krampus stand no chance to win against. So they feel that if they kind of like if you celebrate her and the town gets excited about, like you're like, oh well, we just celebrated her and her wickedness, she won't come and eat our children. They like whole entire festival of this woman.
No, she thinks we think she's cool, man.
So yeah, out of all these little Christmas scary demons or urban legends, which one of these are your favorite?
The witch.
Cat.
Frau Perta.
You like the witch?
I like her energy.
You like her energy? And yours, Billy, is
The cat.
Yola Kukurin.
Is there a question which one I'm gonna pick?
Yeah, the Yule Cat. I too love the Yule Cat. I like the the meaning behind it. I mean, not so much like, hey, I like the fact that you're being rewarded for such good behavior by getting new clothes, which I feel like for kids, if they behave, they get new things that they normally don't get.
Sounds Gucci.
Ha.
You look
And
at the total Capricorn.
there's a lot of stories. Like, I feel like some of these were just like crazy little silly stories. Like, they're just made up versions of evil Santa Claus. But some of these were actually just really fun to look into. My least favorite would probably be the werewolves. However, the Grilla and her troll children, I thought it was fun because they like to terrorize people. For those who were naughty, they would
That witch seems like a bitch.
Well, they would do the things. I don't know if I didn't. I don't think I mentioned that in the stories. Okay, no, I didn't. They would eat the children that were bad, but they tortured them before. They had the trolls had names that would describe their personalities, like pot scraper. So you would know that they were coming. You would hear scraping in the kitchen against the pots. Door
Like
slammer.
Dopey and Sneezy and Doc.
Yes, very much like the Seven Dwarfs, but these trolls had they were named after their warning signs, so to speak. So door slammer, you would hear door slam even though the door's already shut.
Shut the fuck up.
So it was kind of like a haunting, but you knew it was coming. These trolls were going to come and eat your children because they were bad all year. Told them to go clean their room, and they're saying, "Fuck you, mom." You're like, "Well, door slammer's going to come and fuck get your ass, bitch." There and clean those dishes. Fuck you, mom. Well, pot scraper's going to have his way with you. You
Just
should sleep with it.
downstairs and they're in bed slamming doors and shit. You hear that?
Yep.
He's a comman.
So yeah, so they were like fun. I wish I had time to go in. Maybe I'll go into each one of them at another time to go more in depth. But these were like the most 7 popular scary stories of Christmas that people would tell to scare the shit that here over here in the US we're like, you better fucking do your laundry or Santa ain't giving you fucking shit. I can't wait for
Man, I want a cat to punish me at that point.
I mean, I feel like you'd be like, oh, Katie scratches. Ow, I'll love you anyways. There's no punishment with the cat.
I'll be sure you get
Yeah.
fireball.
I've seen me do it. His name is Drogan.
I'm going to give Fireball a bunch of catnip before you guys get here on Saturday.
Just dope her up.
No, I'll just wait for Billy to fall asleep and then put a catnip on him.
Yeah. Put a bell around her neck. So as she's attacking you, you hear Christmas bells.
Oh, that's my nightmare.
The old cat's attacking me. Back, beast. Where's the color cancer roll?
I'll take the call.
I regret my choice. Bring me the Earth Wolves.
Where's the fat man with the beard? The mustache that doesn't match the curtains and the carpet. Where's the Boston guy? In the Mazooms.
Jesus.
Find me the big red button.
Oh, we're at 2 hours.
I mean,
good luck, bud.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun thing to edit. But on that note, that will conclude today's episode before I have more work to do. We hope you enjoyed.
Oh, we ain't done yet.
Stop it. Stop. We hope you enjoyed today's festive yet criminal-inspired episode. Stay tuned for next week as we send it with the conclusion of H.H. Holmes, also known as the original Triple H, the Gardner Museum Heist, and more festive shenanigans from roast Billy. Shush. Don't forget to follow us on our socials at the Full Send Rejects or at Full Send Rejects. There's no the. And Phil, someone you'd like to hear? Oh, someone did that. We got to cover that guy's thing. He wants to do the thing that from Last of Us.
Huh.
The fungus thing.
Doobie actually suggested something to me too.
What was that?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Maybe it was amnesia.
No, he just suggested it like a few hours ago.
But please do that. We promise we will not forget. For the time being, go out and fucking send it.
Full fucking send it.
Send it.